Well, we make you buy these calculators, or we recommend it. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks that we can do on the calculator. It says here, what is the average weight of a sumo wrestler? Well, the average weight is what you get when you add them all up and then divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I could, okay. So, you might say, I know how to add up and divide by 5, Mr. DuPont. Well, thank you very much. Hidden voice. You can also put stuff in list 1. I hit the stat button on my calculator, which is right here, and then I just input stuff here. And what you can also do then is take basically the sum. If you hit second stat over here to the math and hit the sum of list 1, and it'll do that for you. You might say, well, that's not that big of a deal. Well, thank you. You divide that by 5. And you get the 394. Well, that's the average weight, 394. Okay, well, that's not the cool part. We already know where the stat deal is. If you go back to stat and hit enter on edit, one thing you can also do here would be to simply say, I need to take 394 away from each one of these values. Okay, that's x minus x bar. Well, I can do that. If you go up top here, L2, you can take L1 and you can say minus 394. Bam. Check that. Now, all of those are the differences between these values and the average. Okay, you might see where we're going with this. If you go next to here, those are the differences. Okay, you can all do them manually, or you can kind of let your calculator help you out. We want to square these distances now. Well, check me out. I'm up here in L3. If I take list 3 or list 2, if I take list 2 and I square it, and I'm putting it up top here in the top where it's highlighted at the top, it will then square everything in this list and dump it right there. Check that out. So now, if you know the progression of the equation, if you're finding the standard deviation, you've got to find the sum of all these things. All right, well, let's get back out of here. Remember, I did the sum of list 1. Second enter, second enter. That gets me back 2 spaces. I don't have to type it in again, or I can. Now I just want to find the sum of list 3. Second L3. That's a big sum, but I still want to divide that sum by 5. And that gives me 21,704. Well, it's a mighty big standard deviation, if it were the standard deviation. I've still got to take the square root of that number. So square root of the previous answer, it's 147. So the average distance I am from this mean is 147.3. And that, if you check that out, we're in the neighborhood of 400. It's about 150 above, 70 above, but well below. Much closer, but for the most part, 174 seems to be the average.